President Donald Trump is doubling down on his comments last week that professional athletes should be fired for not standing during the national anthem.
We have a great country. We have great people representing our country, especially our soldiers, our first responders, and they should be treated with respect. And when you get on your knee and you don't respect the American flag or the anthem, that's not being treated with respect.
That is what the president said yesterday on his way back to the White House after a weekend at his country club in New Jersey. More than 200 players in every single pro football game participated in some sort of protest during the national anthem on game day. Of course, many more linked arms. Mary McGuire joins us live from the newsroom. The latest on how this controversy is playing out here in Minnesota. Mary?
Hey, Jason. Well, initially the Vikings deferred us to the NFL-wide statement regarding those national anthem protests, but just before kickoff yesterday, we heard from the team's owners. They released a statement shortly after the anthem was played, saying in part, rather than make divisive statements, we believe in promoting thoughtful, inspiring conversation that unifies our communities. We are proud of our players, coaches, and staff for the important role they play in our community, and we fully support their constitutional right to respectfully and peacefully express their beliefs. That sentiment of unity was seen on the field as the team stayed on their feet but linked arms with each other as the national anthem was played. On the other side of the field, two players for the Tampa Bay Bucks did take a knee. They joined more than 200 other NFL players who either sat or knelt in protest on Sunday. In the stands, most of the crowd at US Bank Stadium stood as the national anthem was played. Some fans told us that kneeling by other teams is disrespectful, but others insisted it's the players' own prerogative.
They're going to stand arm in arm. They're going to stand up for each other. They're one team. They understand. They're all together.
People have their opinion. You know, the First Amendment. The players have the right to express their opinion. Based on what I've seen, I've talked to a couple of people. They say it's up to the players. So we came here to watch the game. So I'm not surprised either way.
All but one of the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to stay off the field during the anthem. Players from the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans also stayed in the locker room. Now, taking a knee during the national anthem was a movement started last year by former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. He did it to draw attention to police brutality, Jason. So these protests really aren't anything new, but those comments by President Trump seem to have incited more of them this past Sunday.
Mary, certainly the NFL largely came at President Trump for his comments, but certainly there are many Americans, many Minnesotans, and other sports leaders also who agree with him.
That's right. Several NASCAR team owners and executives say that they wouldn't want anyone in their organizations to protest the anthem. At a race yesterday in New Hampshire, it appeared no drivers, crew, or other team members participated in any kind of protest during the national anthem.
All right. Mary McGuire, thank you.
President Trump's travel ban has expired, but he has now signed a proclamation for new rules to take effect October 18th. The new travel ban will impact certain citizens of these 8 countries. Chad, North Korea, and Venezuela are new to the list. Sudan was dropped from the new list. The travel rules vary from country to country. The restrictions impacting Venezuela only apply to certain government officials and their families. The president tweeted yesterday, "Making America safe is my #1 priority. We will not admit those into our country we cannot safely vet."
Former U.S. Congressman Anthony Weiner will be sentenced today for transferring obscene material to a 15-year-old girl. It's a nice way to say it, isn't it? Prosecutors want him to serve 27 months in prison. Weiner's attorney are asking for probation. They say the former congressman, former New York mayoral candidate, is not a sexual predator, but a sick man who has made, quote, stunning progress through counseling. Weiner is in the process of getting divorced from Huma Abedin, a former aide to Hillary Clinton. Earlier this month, you see Weiner and Abedin walking in and out of divorce court together. They do have a son. Some people blame Weiner's sexting scandal for hurting Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign because just days before the election, then FBI Director James Comey cited emails discovered on a laptop that Weiner used to justify reopening the earlier probe of Hillary Clinton's private computer server.
One man is under arrest after a deadly crash involving a horse-drawn buggy. The State Patrol says 27-year-old Christopher Bauman was driving the pickup that hit the back of the Amish buggy in Clearwater County Saturday night. Authorities say alcohol was a factor in this crash. A 23-year-old woman from Clear Brook was riding in the buggy and died. The driver of the buggy, a 27-year-old man, was not hurt.
Get ready to pay a little more to ride the bus or the light rail. Metro Transit route fares will increase starting October 1st. The regular fares will go up a quarter. For a list of all the fares, you can go to WCCO.com. Riders, of course, can pay using cash, the Go-To card, or a regional transit pass. There will no longer be an option to get a stored value bonus with purchases, but any value on a current card will be valid. Metro Mobility fares will also be going up 50 cents. Dozens of community leaders are sleeping outside right now to draw attention to youth homelessness.
The event is a fundraising campaign to support Youth Link, which is a nonprofit that assists young people who are homeless. A group walked to the Salvation Army's Harbor Lights facility, which offers meals and housing. They then toured Youth Link's new facility that's under construction. Among those sleeping outside to support Youth Link is the Minneapolis police chief.
Having positive programming for our youth that focus on jobs and housing and education, it can only help enhance the vibrancy and vitality of our downtown.
The Sounds of Blackness performed at the event last night. On any given night, 6,000 young people in Minnesota search for a bed to sleep in.